10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that hasn't unmuted me. There we go. Is it echoing? Fantastic. I think I sorted it. The whole thing started echoing at the start. I was like, whoa. Anyway, welcome to Through Black and White Eyes. You know what it's all about. We're talking about Newcastle Fulham tomorrow. Massive, massive game. Dan's ready to come on the show. Gary's in the house. Leslie's there as well. As always, this is going to be an interesting conversation because I have no idea what the team's going to be like, especially with all the little rumours that have been going on and going around. So, how are we doing, Dan?
Evening, Baz. Good to see you, sir.
I worked out what I had to hide the mobile version because it was like proper echo in one. I was like, oh my God.
How do you hide it? Because that's what I'm. Oh, never mind.
So
yeah, the intro was doing my head in.
There's a little mobile. There it is, and then you just click on it again and it goes. Like
no problem.
There's a mobile thing in the bottom left-hand corner. I was just like, what the hell? But yes, it's gone. Thank God. You had the fun of doing the fans forum after an unbelievable victory on Tuesday night.
Absolutely. That was great. We had, it was good to have Joey back on from Wolverhampton. Why is the pic small?
So if you're watching on your mobile, that'll be why, because there's two versions of this show tonight. There's a computer version and there's a mobile version. So there's two different versions. So you are watching on the mobile version, I believe. I think Ches is as well. So that's the reason why. So if you're watching on your phone, you're watching a different link. If you're watching it on your TV or your PC, you're watching a big landscape version of it. So there we go. I think Leeds have scored. They're playing West Ham tonight.
There you go.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
No, it was great to have Joey back on the channel. Then of course Sparky Buddy and Charles as well from Holland, from Amsterdam. Having Sparky was great because he got to announce the award that the Geordieland Experience just received, and then he also just did his first tour, where he led a tour of Benfica fans, a family of 4 from Portugal, and there's some footage of that up on their
Facebook,
social medias as well. Yep.
So,
and the dad, right, with a drink in Granger Market saying he would move to Newcastle in a heartbeat. So, I mean, always good stuff. So
I think they're all watching on the mobile version.
I think
We're just testing it out tonight. It might not work, so we might just go back to the normal one. But
a new feature, an unintended feature. No, I think it was intended. An intended feature from StreamYard, and we're giving it a shot. See what it looks like.
Yeah. Robbie
and I are also having to pay attention to where our heads are.
Yeah. So Robbie's watching it on the normal one because, as you can see on the names, or you can't see, you can see it in our chat. They've got a little mobile next to the names. So Robbie hasn't.
Okay.
So Robbie's watching it normally. So there are 2 links to find. I know it sounds confusing, but it was worth a try to see because if people are watching it on the phone, it makes it easier to watch, I think. But change to the link and big images, but it shares all the comments. Yes, yeah, this is it. So we might ditch it for now, but after this show, but we thought we'd give it a go and see what it looked like. But yeah, fantastic win on Tuesday night, 3-0. Couldn't have gone any better. We were quite lucky, I thought, in the first 20 minutes because I thought Benfica were quite good.
They were.
Post for that tremendous effort from probably their best player. But once we got the first goal, it was quite comfortable, wasn't it, in the end?
Yeah. And the talk of the town has to be the assist. I mean, everybody's talking about. I mean, and again, my goalkeeper friend I had coffee with on Wednesday, and he was just like, I can't believe that. He goes, I can't throw that far. He says that was someone said last night he threw it halfway across Newcastle.
Yeah.
It was, I just, and then of course I get the giggles whenever I think about, how many goal contributions Nick Pope has versus the Rat. And, they're equal. I think it's fantastic. And now apparently the Rat has a groin injury. So, it's, you can't write this shit.
And then there's news that apparently he might not be able to play past 30 or something like that because of his groin doesn't attach properly in a certain area or something like that. So selling him now and all this news.
We look genius.
Yeah, we do. We've pulled the pants down again. We've done an Andy Carroll. So there we go. Here's the table, how it stands. We are sitting 8th at the moment with 6 points. I personally think 15 points gets you in the top 8. Now that is going to be very, very difficult for us to do because we've got
some tough fixtures coming up.
Yeah, and the last game's PSG away. So unless we're comfortably in the top 8 by then, we could be in a bit of trouble staying in the top 8. But however, we are looking very good for finishing in the top 24, which gets you into the knockout stages.
Right.
Which I think would have been the goal at the start of the Champions League campaign.
Certainly.
Obviously, aim as high as you can, and we'll probably end up in the middle somewhere. But there's no reason why we can't finish in 8th. You just never know.
I do like sitting 2 places above Liverpool.
Yeah, on goal difference.
Yeah. Well, when your keeper is on the stats as having an assist, that's not a bad thing to have. So good stuff there. Yeah, no, I think we were lucky in the first 20 minutes. I think Jose brought in a game plan that he knew would give us trouble. But I think once we got going, once we got the rhythm started, then we really started doing something. Anthony Gordon was phenomenal. Super. He was so good the other night. And fair play to Jacob Murphy, came on and did a shift. I thought Lewis Miley was wonderful. Our defense is our defense. It's who we've got. Fabian Schär looked forlorn on the bench, but I think at the same time he was happy because we've continued to progress. We didn't really miss Sandro, and I think Sandro was. I think he's going to benefit from the rest.
Oh,
I think so. I would expect to see him in the starting 11 this weekend. But yeah,
Eddie Howe was absolutely brilliant, wasn't he? Just saying, look, Alexander. I mean, he's just said Alexander isn't at our football club anymore. It's not for me to comment. And the media already said everything that Eddie Howe could have said about him calling us a small club. He doesn't need to comment on that. And that's how classy Eddie Howe is. It just shows you how much Slot is under pressure and that he's really not enjoying it at the moment. And he's also given the game away how to beat them.
Yeah.
What an idiot. Yeah, we can't do our high press and press the ball because the ball's not on the ground enough. Okay, if you're going to lose that way, let's just get the ball in the air.
Put the ball in the air and we'll put everybody over 2 meters. We'll just put them in the box. Thank you very much.
He's literally spent 500 million on making his team better, but then given the key on how to destroy it.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many pundits who are right now talking about, Isak is now benched. I mean, he's injured, but they're all saying, is it time to put Mo Salah on the bench and start others?
Sitter.
Well, I think, he's used to being the star man, and now he's not being a star. So, right. So, do you want to continue talking about the Champions League, or do you want to talk about Fulham?
No, let's talk about Fulham. Let's talk about Eddie Howe's press conference.
Okay.
So the very best performance will be needed. We know the qualities of their team. They are difficult games for us. Returning from a Champions League game, it is a mental challenge, and we must rise to it. So we have struggled. We struggled 2 years ago when we were in the Champions League to get up, to keep that level of adrenaline up from a Champions League fixture to a Premier League fixture, especially when, no offence to Fulham, you're playing a mid-table team. You're not playing at Benfica or Barcelona. You know, the crowd isn't as electrifying as what it should be, and it's difficult for the crowd to get up from being at Benfica then going to play in Fulham. It's up to the players as well as the fans to help each other out, and Fulham beat us last season 2-1.
Yep, they did.
So I'm not happy. I want revenge.
Well, and I mean, fair play. I mean, those are fair comments to make. At the same time, you know, we do have the advantage in that this is the third game at home. You know, well, no, second of three, right? Mm. We've got a 3-game stand, including Benfica.
Yeah.
So we got Benfica, we got Fulham, and then we got the FA Cup on Wednesday against Spurs.
Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup. Three different competitions, but all 3 of them at home. It gives everybody with a ticket something to get geeked up about, which is great. So we'll have a full house again on Saturday. We will also benefit from the fact that it's a standard tea time kickoff, which is good for us. So
it's going to be rare to get 3 o'clock kickoffs when you're in the Champions League, so you might as well enjoy it while you can, because it's a dying thing now. There's only 3 games kicking off at 3 o'clock on Saturday in the Premier League.
We only have 2.
Chelsea. Oh, there's 2, because Chelsea kick off early, don't they?
Yeah. So Chelsea. No, I'm trying to remember who's. No, someone's playing at 4:30 in the morning our time. We've got Chelsea versus Sunderland and Newcastle versus Fulham at the same time at 3 o'clock, and then there's a match at 9:30 for us, and then there's a match at noon for us. I'm trying to remember what they all are, but I'll find out for you in just a second. It's going to be
Chelsea, Sunderland, Newcastle, Fulham, Man United, Brighton, and then Brentford, Liverpool.
Yep.
So 2 3 p.m., 1 5:30, 1 8 o'clock.
Yep. So I suspect we'll probably have half a dozen people at 7 a.m. You know, mostly Newcastle supporters. We may have the one odd Sunderland fan. I doubt we'll have anybody at the 9:30 match. But like we've said before, the big thing for us here in the States, you know, when at our Premier League morning thing, is we just like the camaraderie of everybody that gets up in the morning and comes in and watches the games together. So we'll be able to watch the game at 9:30 as neutrals, really, with everybody, because I think we've only got one Man United supporter, and I doubt he'll be there. So we'll see.
It's going to be fun. Tonali still not feeling great. He's not 100%, so it's touch and go for Saturday again. That could be mind games, though, because he was on the bench for Tuesday night, and it has been 3 days, and then 4th day tomorrow. So, but again, you know, almost like when you have a bug, it does wear you out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So he's a miss. Tino is back on grass for the first time today, which is brilliant. Excellent. And also Lewis Hall is also the same as well. So that's fantastic news.
And then, and if you follow Will Asula's social media accounts, you've seen Vissa.
Yeah.
Vissa, Alanga, and Asula talk about the Three Stooges. I mean, just
when are you back? When are you back? Soon.
The 3 of them are just having a blast. And Will Asula's giggle is just too much to listen to. It's just so much fun. So, but yeah, no, good to see everybody in such good spirits. Even some of the training video that we've seen, you know, everybody is all smiles out on the training pitch. The feel good factor is in full effect.
It definitely is. Bruno, he's the biggest strength is his consistency. His attitude is very positive person. That positivity that carries through all the aspects of his life. He has that reliability. You can call on him consistently. that he can perform again and again. He's always there to deliver, not just week on week, but month and then season after season. So full compliments to him. I mean, he was back to his best, wasn't he, on Tuesday night?
He's had fits and starts, but Saturday when Tuesday night he was phenomenal. We looked at some of the ratings, specifically local ratings. I'm not going to call anybody out, but looking at those ratings on Tuesday, I know you did. I saw it. I don't know what game that person was watching, because Voltemata was instrumental in everything good that we were doing out there on the pitch. Yeah. I mean, and he has helped unleash Bruno. He's connected the wingers into the attack now. It's what we've been wanting to see, but hadn't fully gelled. Now we're starting to see the fruits of that labor. He's such a fun player to watch. And I really look forward to seeing what the WWG attack is going to look like with Vissa and Voldemata and Gordon. It's just going to be.
Well, we don't know how it's going to work, do we? It might be a 4-2-3-1, and you might still have two wingers, but Voldemata playing as a 10. We just don't know. It's just going to be good. Evening, Blade. Good to see you. Happy birthday to John Ruddy as well. It's his birthday today. Hey,
happy birthday, John.
Didn't know that.
You mean what? Sins, Johnny Sins, right? Yeah, I know.
I didn't realize it was his birthday. It's just popped up. I was like, 3-0 to Benfield. Get in, lads. Leeds are winning 2 as well. Oh, man, brilliant. Right. Potential. Well, we've got potentially their starting lineup. Chiore, Iwobi on the wings. You've got Kearney, Sandra Berg, who we were interested in. King behind Jimenez. Castagna, Diop. Sessegnon, who's always a danger on the left-hand side. Leno and goal, who's a good goalkeeper.
He is.
And who's that in the middle? Kuncia.
Kuncia, yeah. Didn't we see Kearney come off with an injury the other night?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see it.
He looked in pain, so I'm thinking we might not see him. Aren't they? Isn't Fulham missing something like between half a dozen and 10 first team players injured or something like that? They've got a phenomenal injury problem at the moment. So
I'll soon tell you
if I read that correctly. So we'll see. I think we'll see a patched together starting 11 from Fulham.
Well, they've got Muniz injured, Anderson injured, who we were interested in, Chico Wazia injured, Antonio.
Say that again.
Chico Wazia, as I pronounce him. I don't know.
I have no idea, but I like hearing you say it.
Antonio Robinson and also Harry Wilson's a doubt. Harry Wilson's quite a good player now.
Jedi Robinson.
Yeah,
is what he's called over here in the States.
Brilliant. Now, for me, looking at that Fulham team, this is how they set up against us last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Kearney was very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
But Iwobi surprised me the most. Now, I said he's shite, and then he tore us apart.
Yeah. No, and he's another one of. Wasn't he at Man United or was he formerly of Arsenal? I can't remember.
Everton.
He played at Everton for a bit.
Was it Arsenal? I'm sure Arsenal, it was Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
And Traore, of course, when he was at Wolves, I know that he used to cover his arms in Vaseline so that when defenders tried to get a hold of him, and there's a guy who's never missed arm curl day.
Doesn't lift weights apparently, though, according to him.
It's just something. So he must just do press ups like nobody's press ups and pull ups like nobody's business. Tom Kearney, if I remember right, we were interested in him a decade ago.
I think we were, a long time ago.
He's been Fulham's longtime club captain, has been in and out of the side for a couple of years with injuries and such, but longtime servant for the club. He's going to be an interesting one if he's fit to play. So Sessegnon, of course, is as you said, always a problem out there at left back. He can get forward, he can cross the ball, he can shoot the ball. So lots to be concerned about there. And on that right hand side, whoever plays up front, if it's Elanga, if it's Jacob Murphy, they're going to be, they're going to have to help out Trippier and make sure that Sessegnon doesn't get back behind him.
Yeah, Sessegnon is someone I really liked a long time ago. He's obviously had a lot of injuries, but on his day, he's very dangerous. He's not very consistent anymore.
Formerly a Mackham as well, right? Isn't he the one that was at Sunderland, then went to Spurs?
He was on loan. I think he was on loan at Sunderland, wasn't he? From Spurs.
I don't know.
I remember him absolutely killing us at St James's Park for Fulham.
Yes. Yep.
So I just, it sends shivers. That was in the Rafa days as well, and he's normally perfect at setting up a team. But there we go. For ourselves, the injury list, it's obviously not as bad. It's Harrison Ashby, Tino Livramento, and Lewis Hall. Of course, Tonali is also a doubt. But I don't know who's going to start. So we've got some talking points. I've left some blanks. So I think the back five picks itself.
Yes.
I don't think that will change unless he wants to rest Chow and bring Shaw in just to freshen things up. Other than that, he's not changing the back line, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I don't see Kraft coming in for trips.
No.
We don't have an alternative right now at left back, so Dan Burn picks himself. Let's talk about that midfield.
Yeah, so the midfield is definitely the talking point. So obviously J7 came on off the bench. Tonali's obviously potentially got a bug, and Miley stepped into his shoes very, very well on Tuesday night. I know he's obviously not as good, but what a performance for someone so young again. And he didn't look out of place in that position. And then you've also got the right wing position, who that is now really opened up for me. And I'm going to explain why when we get to it. We'll start with the two midfielders. So do you drop Miley after his performance of tonight?
I don't think you can. I think the lad gets a start. And Jacob Ramsey didn't do poorly either.
No, I thought Jacob Ramsey was, and there's the other option on the left side of midfield. Does he bring J7 straight back in, or does he stay with Jacob Ramsey as well?
I think he's fair play to Eddie. Eddie knows what he's doing in terms of man management. Jacob Ramsey's coming back from an injury. He gave him the start in the Champions League, got him Champions League minutes. He did very well. He was very lively. Against a Fulham side, I can see him deciding to reinstate J7 in the midfield just to give us some steel in the backbone there, in the spine of the team. And then bring on Jacob Ramsey, kind of the opposite of what he did against Benfica. Start J7, but then bring on Jacob Ramsey maybe 55, 60 minutes for J7. And then he has the same option with Miley. If he starts Miley, he can bring Miley off at the hour mark and bring on Tonali if Tonali's feeling up for 30 minutes, or bring him on for the last 20 minutes.
He might not be needed at the weekend, like he wasn't on Tuesday night. I mean, I think he would have came on had we really, really needed him to come on. But because we put the game to bed quite early, it was like, sit down, Tonali, save your energy.
Exactly.
Try and get better for Saturday. And again, we might see ourselves in a similar position. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to steamroll Fulham, but there's a chance, we could be 2-0 up early. You just never know.
Right.
And J7... it's a tough one because he hasn't had the best season so far. He's got a lot of critics, but you still need someone like him in and around the team and the squad because of his physicality. He does a lot of the dirty work that goes unnoticed. But Ramsey, I thought, was excellent. He's got more pace. He's more direct with the ball. And I think he could, again, and no one likes this one, but he could be sort of a super sub sort of player, because when the teams are getting tired, he's the person you bring on after 60 minutes and say, right, run at them.
J7?
No, Ramsey.
Oh, Ramsey.
Yeah, so J7 starts, Ramsey comes on with, half an hour to go and uses fresh legs to run them ragged.
Yep.
That's obviously a possibility. Miley could depend on 2 games in quick succession after withdraw from. Yeah, there is that as well. But again, I don't think that he didn't look like he was carrying an injury on Tuesday night. So, yeah. So the midfield, like I say, I'm not too sure how it's going to go. I'll leave it to everyone else to decide what they would do. But I would say maybe bring J7 in, because they've got 2 in that holding role, and bring a bit of muscle in. And then when they're tiring, bring Ramsey on. I think that's what I'd go with.
I would agree.
And then it's a toss-up between Tonali and Miley. And if Tonali's not 100% fit, stay with Miley. I think that's how I would do it.
I agree. Now the right side, that right side.
Right wing, yeah, right. So this has gotten really complicated now, because Gordon's locked down the left-hand side. I know he hasn't done it in the Premier League yet, but in the Champions League, he has been phenomenal the last 2 games.
Agreed.
We're just hoping he can take that form into tomorrow. Now, Harvey Barnes has popped himself back up again, hasn't he? Because I never thought about Harvey Barnes on the right-hand side, because we've seen how bad he's been on the right-hand side. Last season didn't suit him. Doesn't suit Gordon either.
Right.
Alanga obviously hasn't hit the ground running. And Murphy did nothing wrong on Tuesday night to warrant him being dropped. But I think the introduction of Voltemade into our starting 11 will unlock the potential that Harvey Barnes has. Because Harvey Barnes isn't I'm going to get to the bar line, cross the ball kind of winger. He's a direct winger who wants to score goals. So that never suited Isak, did it? It never suited Isak. It's not going to suit Wissa either. But when you got Voltemade playing up front on his own, you have to rely on the midfield to score goals. And who's better to score goals than Harvey Barnes?
As proved on Tuesday night with a brace. Yep.
Exactly. And Voltemade will unlock that potential of finding Barnes in space. He'll drag defenders out, and Barnes can then capitalize like they did. And Gordon would never have gone through the middle if Isak was playing. Gordon would have to go down the wing. And what it showed on Tuesday night, that 3rd goal showed me exactly what Voltemade is all about and how he's unlocked the potential in the midfield. Gordon knew he could run directly, play a 1-2 off him, and then suddenly there's loads of space because the back line's been pulled out. Barnes has ran in the right-hand channel, not on the wing, in the right-hand side channel into the box, being fed a perfect pass, and he slotted it under the keeper easily.
Yep.
And that's
Murphy has seen that he can provide the same kind of assists to Anthony Gordon that he did to the Rat. Yeah. What we've seen, what was really exciting about Voltemade is because of his close control, because of his creativity and his flexibility. He really has, as you just said, unlocked Gordon and whoever's playing on the right wing the ability to cut inside and start scoring goals, because we know we have width in defense from both fullbacks. I mean, we will, of course, obviously when Hall and Tino come back, but we know that Trips likes to get forward. We saw Dan Byrne take a crack from 30 yards out last night.
He turned into Rivaldo then, didn't he?
He did. And we know that, with Botman and Chow, we've got the back sorted, between Sandro Tonali and Bruno or Miley. We've got defensive cover back there when the fullbacks go forward. So it really is just exciting to watch what Big Nick has brought to the side. And we saw him become an aerial threat, which he's been criticized for in his native Germany, because he was not known for scoring any goals with his head, but now he has scored 2. We also just see what he's capable of, and it was going to take some games, one, to get him fit the way that Eddie Howe expects him to be fit, but also for him to gel with his new teammates, because he didn't have a preseason with us. He came in on deadline day, which of course was after the season started. So just, seeing him start to fit in to this squad, to fit into this roster, to fit into this game day experience has been phenomenal. And he's getting all kinds of plaudits from everywhere.
Yeah, one of the stupidest accounts on Twitter, I don't know how it's got the following it's got, is now put up a picture of Voltemada and the transfer to Bayern Munich. Voltemada really wants to play for Bayern Munich at some time in his career, not this summer, not next summer, but maybe after that. Why would Voltemada want to go and play for Bayern Munich after their CEO or chairman came out and said, what a waste of money that Newcastle's just paid for him?
Called us mugs. Yep.
Called us mugs. Do you know what I mean? And saying that he's not. And again, if Bayern Munich come knocking on the door for Voltemada, you're looking at 120 million because we're not stupid.
Right. Yep.
Honestly.
No, and the lad's only 23, 23, 24? I mean, he's going to be, he hasn't even gotten into his prime yet.
Nope.
He's still learning the game.
Exactly.
And his ability, again, I go back to, I've been saying since the beginning, since we signed him, he's a 6'6" Peter Beardsley. He's just, his close control, his creativity, his football brain at such a young age is just something to behold. And I'm just, again, what 442's the video, the cartoon parody machine. I don't like how they portray Eddie Howe as some soft-spoken kind of wimp or something, because he's definitely not. But I love them calling him the Geordie BFG. I just think that's Voltemada is the Geordie BFG. Just cracks me up.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, Voltemada's interviews have been absolutely fantastic as well, to be fair. And you are right, Morgan. The link up here between Gordon and Voltemada is looking brilliant. I mean, that's how we scored that was Bruno and Voltemada to Murphy to Gordon, wasn't it? That pattern's there. The one-touch football. We haven't seen it for a long time, and it's great to watch.
His touch is just fantastic. The goal that he scored against Brighton, the back heel. Then we saw him back heel the ball into Gordon's path to provide the assist to Barnes for the third one the other night. Just, he's so much fun to watch.
He is. He's still growing. Voltemada. I heard the builders are at the training ground raising the top. I really hope he's not growing anymore.
Meanwhile, Dan Burns like, hey, I've been here 3 years.
I've been here 3 years. Just they're having a pop at me, they're leaving someone else alone. Oh, there we go. Fair play. I mean, this is a bit of a strange fixture for us because we're sitting in 14th, they're sitting in 15th. So it's not where we were hoping to be at. I'm not saying expecting to be at, hoping to be at this season, because we always start the season slow for some reason. It just seems to happen with us. But most of our
because it takes us forever in the summer to get players.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. That, by the way, will all end right now.
Agreed.
Because this new guy coming in and Ross as well coming in, it's all going to be sorted. I can feel it. There's no way we're going to be waiting till the last few days of a window to be signing players. All the business will be done early, and then it's on Eddie Howe to make sure they're game ready straight away. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah. We've only conceded 7 goals. They've conceded 12, which is good. Obviously, our defence record has been absolutely superb this season. 6 or 7 clean sheets in all competitions.
In all competitions, yeah, you're right. 7. I was going to say
5 in the Premier League.
No, I think it's 6. 5 in the Prem.
7 in all. Yeah. So I mean, it's
when you say OSG, and Benfica. Yep.
Okay. So against Bradford as well, didn't we? But Ramsey was in goal, wasn't Nick Paul? But
Ramsey.
So it's 8. Yeah, I always get Ramsey and Ramsey.
It's all right. It's all right.
So 7 clean sheets for Paul, but 8 for for the team. Evening, Martin. Hope you're well, pal. I need to watch your show from last night. Apparently, there's something that we should watch because it could happen to Newcastle soon. I think it's something to do with potential areas being done for corporate tickets again and all these match day experiences and things like that. So I need to watch it. Not yet. And I need to watch it, but I think I've got a grasp of what it's all about because I've seen quite a few tweets about it. Head-to-heads, wow, we've won 20, they've won 24.
They're a tough team.
They are a tough team. But they've lost 3 in a row. But again, against decent oppositions as well. Lost to Villa, lost to Bournemouth, and lost to Arsenal. So,
yep. 2 of those teams we drew 0-0 with.
Yeah.
And arguably the Arsenal result, but we won't talk about that right now.
No, we won't. Newcastle lost this fixture 2-1 last season, as I mentioned. Only once have they lost back-to-back home league games against Fulham, doing so in 1950, 1951. Okay. Stats are on our side. I like it when that happens.
The thing that troubles me, and you just mentioned it, last weekend we were sitting in the place above Brighton, and it didn't go our way, and of course Brighton then leapfrogged us. So here we are heading into this Saturday, sitting in the place above Fulham. I just it troubles me. I don't like that picture, simply because it looks like a rerun of last Saturday. And of course, last Saturday we kicked off at tea time as well. So I mean, just I'm struggling. I'm not happy.
Let's see. After 8 games winless run against Newcastle in the Premier League between 2018-24, Fulham completed the league double over the Magpies last season. League double. Not many teams did that to us. Not many did that to us at all.
Nope.
Newcastle have won just 2 of the last 10 Premier League games, drawn 3, lost 5, with both victories coming against sides currently sitting in the relegation zone. Wolves 1-0, Nottingham Forest 2-0.
Yep.
I mean, but again, it's so early in the season to be looking at stuff like that because we've only lost to Arsenal, to Liverpool.
Yep.
And who was the other one?
Both teams expected to be in the top 4. So
and Brighton away. We never win at Brighton away. So there we go. No side have kept more clean sheets in the Premier League than Newcastle this season, 5 with Arsenal. Indeed, the Magpies league games have seen fewer goals scored than any other side, 14. So that's 7-7.
Yep.
Anything else worth of note? Fulham are, along with Wolves, one of just 2 teams yet to have a player score more than once for them in the Premier League this season. No side has benefited from more own goals than the Cottagers this term. 2 own goals so far. We don't score own goals, though. Nick Baltimore.
Stop. Don't say that.
Nick Voldemort scored 4 goals in 5 Premier League games for Newcastle. The only player to reach 5 goals in 6 or fewer appearances for the Magpies were
Les Ferdinand. And
there's 2 more.
Loic Remy. And
good shout. I don't know. That's a great
hold on. It wasn't Shearer. It was nope. Hold on. I don't know. Who was the third one?
Came in January and blew the Premier League away.
Papi Cisse.
There you go.
There you go.
Remy 5, Ferdinand 6, Papi Cisse 6.
Got it. No, and who could forget Papi Cisse's run of form there? And sadly, it was his best purple patch in the entire time he was at Newcastle. So
that 6 months was just breathtaking, to be fair. As a team, Newcastle have made more line-breaking passes behind the defensive line than any other side in the Premier League this season, 61, with captain Bruno Guimaraes leading the way among players with 15 line-breaking passes. Now, everyone's thinking, why are you reading that sort of stat? That just shows you how Baltimore comes deep, the ball goes in around him, and it makes line-breaking passes, and it gets you in on goal. So that's why it's a great stat to read. Referee Peter Banks Assistants, Eddie Smart.
Have we seen Banks yet this season? I have to look.
I think that's the first time I've seen his name, to be fair. Eddie Smart and Steve Madriff as the Lions officials. Fourth official, Lewis Smith, and VAR, John Brooks. Assistant VAR, Scott Ledger.
Okay. All right.
Don't really know too much about
I'm actually excited about the match, though. Again, the fact that it's at tea time, the fact that it's at home, coming off the back of a successful Champions League fixture again at home. Everything about it reads positive.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's Fulham, but Fulham again missing a bunch of players that they've been. Anthony Robinson, he's a U.S. international. They call him Jedi. Apparently the story is that when he was playing youth soccer, that whatever team he played on, they were allowed to choose their own nicknames. Everybody got a nickname, so he chose Jedi, and it's just stuck with him. Because we have two Robinsons in the national team roster. We have Miles Robinson and Anthony Robinson. They're going to be missing Anthony Robinson, and he's a vital component in their 11. But again, they've got Sessegnon to step in there too. So, and we know that Sessegnon can not only play left back, but he can also play forward, and he gets forward just like he is our answer to Trips. So, I mean, that's going to be an interesting battle on that right-hand side. Our right-hand side. That could be a professional.
No.
Come on, Blade. That's not fair.
What are you trying to say?
Hey, I'm the first to say, the only reason why we're even qualified for the World Cup is because we're hosting. One of three hosts. And again, a new format, but we're not here to talk about the World Cup. It's going to be that right-hand side of our touchline is going to be an interesting battle. Watching Trips and Sessegnon battle out as to who's the quicker one, who's the one who gets most forward, who's going to have to track back. It's going to be an interesting game to watch. I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow morning.
I know it sounds daft, but whoever wins the midfield wins the game, and that's how Fulham did it in the end. They overloaded our midfield, and we couldn't get near them in that second half. When we went 1-0 up as well, I was thinking, we're going to cruise to victory. And then suddenly, the second half, we never came out. Fulham had an extra man in midfield all the time, it felt, and they punished us. And they've got players that can punish. And they've also got a very good player on the bench in Smith Rowe, who he might start, he might not. I think he's just coming back from injury. But if he comes on and, the game's tight, he can make a difference for them. So Fulham aren't the difference. Jimenez is a good striker as well, but he's coming up against two quality centre-backs.
He scored both of them against us last season.
I think I know he scored one of them.
Yeah,
I don't know if he got both.
The difference this season to last season for us against Fulham, seeing as they did the double over us last season, the difference is we've got Voltemata now. And Voltemata will bring the midfield into the match and allow the wingers to cut inside. Again, like we talked about at the top of the hour. I think we've got a difference maker in Big Nick. The right hand side is gonna give Eddie. He's spoiled for choice there. He's got three candidates who can play. Elanga, I think, is just needing more
Yeah, I'm going to go back to that one.
Oh, goodness gracious. Don't get me started on the World Series.
No,
because we keep importing all of them.
Yeah, exactly. You get them in for your teams. But no, I wouldn't sacrifice a winger. I'd play 4-2-3-1. But yeah, looking at last year, it was Muniz who scored the winner in the 82nd minute.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. And he's injured tomorrow. So, I'm looking forward to it simply because I want to see what our team does coming off of Tuesday. How do you keep that good form going forward? And then again, we've got another home stand against Spurs in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday, which will also be an interesting one. So,
but we have done this in the past. We've hit a purple patch and gone on a run of like 10, 11, 12, 13. Was it 14 games unbeaten? And we won 11 of them.
I think you're right.
It was something crazy like that last season. And that accrues you 36 points. And that'll fly you right up the table. And talking about the table, that's what it looks like right now. And this is a chance for us to put pressure on those teams ahead of us because everyone else is playing Sunday. Villa, Everton, Palace, Spurs, Chelsea playing the same time. Liverpool are playing a different time. We're only 6 points behind Liverpool and they're in fourth. You know, so it's not the end of the world yet, but we have to start winning the games and we have to win tomorrow.
That Chelsea-Sunderland match takes on a completely different bent when you look at their records. You know, the records are the same. The only thing separating them is goal difference. You know,
but also who they've played as well. I mean, Chelsea have played better teams.
Fair play. But at the same time, that becomes a 6-pointer for either one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a free hit for Sunderland.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to Chelsea, Stamford Bridge, and they're not expecting to win. So it's kind of a free hit, especially the start they've had to the season. Obviously, we can't lie. They've had a great start.
Yeah.
We haven't. But we've got a chance now to start building some momentum. Now, the analytical side of me who looks at that table, it draws a good result because it keeps both teams close to us.
Yeah,
but it's Sunderland, and I don't want to see them win.
No, agreed.
or get a point. I just want to see them beat whoever they're playing. But that's not a good result for us because then that moves Chelsea even further away from us. So,
agreed.
And that fifth spot is what we should be aiming for. I don't think we're going to get top four. I think it's the fifth spot, and that fifth spot will definitely get you Champions League. Yeah, the international breaks always interrupt with our rhythm, but that's something every team has to deal with, and we have to deal with it as well and get better at doing it.
And there's another one next month. So,
exactly.
There's going to be more items to come, more things. We just need to start building some consistency and being able to put some results together, back to back to back to back.
Yeah. I mean, if we win, we get 12 points. We'll probably win it by 2-3, which will put us 10th before the other teams play. It puts a little bit of pressure on them. I think if we win by the end of the weekend, we'll be sitting 12th. I think we'll only jump 2 places, but it's starting to build that momentum, and that's what we really need.
Yep.
2-0 at half time, it sure is. Again, great result. Leeds always win it. Yeah.
Who's our sponsor?
Oh, yes, of course. Diet Crow. Absolutely superb sponsor. Use code BAZ20 for 20% off. All their gear is amazing. They don't just do Newcastle stuff, but please have a look at them. The link is in the description. Same as the Geordieland Experience, who do amazing tours. I need to get on one myself.
The award-winning Geordieland Experience.
The award-winning Geordieland Experience. They're also involved with the football club now as well, I believe. So please, check them out. There's no link for them. I think there's a tiny link in the description, but they need to up their game a little bit with that.
Go find them on Facebook.
Yes.
Go find them on Facebook. But yeah, they are now corporate business partners, corporate partners or something with the club. So and as Sparky said on the fan forum the other night, he's having a blast, giving tours. And if you've ever met Sparky Buddy in person, just be prepared to listen.
Doing a tour, isn't he?
Just be prepared to listen as closely as possible. I don't think you're going to get a word in edgewise because he's a force of nature, but at the same time, he's so much fun to be around. So if you're looking for a tour of the greater Newcastle area, get on a tour with Sparky Mark. You're going to have a lot of fun.
Love it. Quickly come back to this one. Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea, I think, will finish in the top 4.
I agree.
I think they've all got better squad depth than what we've got. So it depends what we do in January. But my early prediction is 5th's our spot. And we'll be battling Spurs for that, I think.
I watched a YouTube video the other day on players who were forced to retire before their time.
Mm-hmm.
Retired early.
Yeah.
Has Mudryk really retired?
He got banned.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's probably retired because of his ban. His ban's a long ban.
Isn't it like 3 seasons or something like that?
I thought it was longer.
So at the age of 24 and the cost of 100 million, he's, good Lord, just wow.
Wasted his career.
Yeah.
Wasted it.
Well, he's not the first one. Who was the other one that was at Chelsea that did that? Not Muto.
Close to that. Kenzema or someone. Oh man, it's in that.
But yeah, screwed up like that as well. That's how exciting life in the smoke is, right? The bright lights of the big city. Everybody wants to be in London. Newcastle's too far north. It's so cold. But yet, for whatever reason.
You got a 4-year ban, Mudryk.
4 year. Yep.
I mean, you still have 4 years left on his contract if he sees out the 4 years. Because didn't he sign an 8-year contract?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Who's that other Chelsea player? I can see him in my head. He was a striker.
Wasn't he Romanian?
It was Mutu. Mutu.
Was it Mutu? Mutu. Yeah. I said Muto. Mutu. Okay.
Yeah, Mutu.
Yep.
I knew it was something like that. Adrian Mutu.
Mutu.
Yeah, that's him. I remember him. I remember him. Wow, he was a little striker, wasn't he? Quite quick. Yeah, he does have an 8-year contract.
It wasn't little. He was like 6 foot. He was a big lad.
What, so, Adrian Mutu?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. He wasn't tiny.
I'll have to Google that now.
He wasn't Voltemata. He wasn't Dan Burn, but he wasn't 5'5". He wasn't Zola either. So
I'm going to find out. Wikipedia. Adrian Mutu, 5'11".
I think it, like I said,
5'11", it's not 6 foot.
Now we're just.
I'm taking that as a win.
Splitting hairs. Go for it.
Right, we're near the end of the show, and I did a poll on Twitter, as I like to do these days. Fulham last season managed to steal victory from Newcastle 2-1 to James's Park. I don't know why I put last season again, but can they cause an upset again? And after a fantastic Champions League result on Tuesday night, we'll be in a confident mood. Can we make it click in the league? 90% of people believe we will. 5% say a draw, and the 5% of Mackhams who decided to vote on it said 5% to Fulham. So it's quite a resounding home win. And it, on paper, you would say, yeah, it kind of is. But obviously football's not played on paper. So get your results in, guys, down the right-hand side in the chat. Tell me what you think the scoreline's going to be. And I'm struggling with this.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm struggling a little bit because they're hard to break down. We're hard to break down. And again, like I say, it's going to be a bit of a battle.
If I remember from the fan forum the other night, I think Sparky said 2-0. I think Joey said 3-1. Charles said 3-0, and I said 2-0. Blade, I wouldn't. I'm not going to disagree with you, mate. It could be.
If it's a red
we'll
card.
See.
If it's a red card, you never know. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the 2-0 bracket, I think.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I would like to keep the clean sheet. Oh, choppy.
Even Robbie United fans.
Yeah, that's right, Martin. And did you see who else was in that 11? Did you see who else was in that 11?
No, who was in it?
Stephen Ireland.
No way.
Stephen Ireland played in that same Wittenshaw team last weekend. I love Papi Cisse. I loved him when he played. I just love seeing him smile. I love the look on his face. Every time he mentions Czech Tiote's name, those two were very, very close.
They were. They definitely were. 3-0 choppy to Newcastle. That's better. Robbie says 2-0, as we mentioned. Blade says 6-0. I'm going 2-0. What are you going for?
Me too. I said 2-0
as well.
That's what I said on the fan forum the other night. Yep.
But every time we get the same one, we never get it right. But every time we agree.
Well, let's hope that changes tomorrow. And more importantly, you'll be in the ground. So
finally got a ticket in the ballot. Finally. But the weird thing is, it was the same one I got last year.
What, same time frame, same?
Oh, same game.
What, same
Fulham.
Oh, that's right. You did go to Fulham that season.
Yeah.
Huh.
Exactly.
Well, Big Mike will be in Rosie's ahead of time.
Yes, he will be.
He'll be upstairs. Trying to think of where other people are going to be. So, I'm
hopefully going to be meeting a Norway fan club.
Oh, super!
Yeah, he reached out to me on Facebook, so I'm going to get in touch with him.
Anywhere in particular? You're going to go to the Straub? You're going to go to Spears?
Probably the Straub. It's the place to go, isn't it?
That's where everybody goes.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. I don't know how many. I know Nashville Jim is in town. I know Nashville Jim is in town. He'll be at the ground. I believe he's brought his Nashville contingent of the official supporters club. So I would suspect that they'll be at the Straub as well. So there are quite a few American fans in town this weekend. I think the atmosphere is going to be good, especially since it's going to be at tea time. That means people have been on the ales early. People will be celebratory, or at least, when is Superfan Dan getting the green screen? Soon. You don't need the green screen.
You just need to go on the settings and choose one.
But I mean, nobody.
You don't need a green screen. It's the software's built into it.
I know, but nobody likes my headboard. Come on now.
I'm not bothered about it, but I'm just saying you can change it whenever you want.
I'll do something different, Choppy. Look, I just don't like the picture because for whatever reason, because of the shade on this side, because of the way my lighting is, the graphic that I always choose behind me just gets weird.
Yeah, that's see, mine goes a little bit weird.
But mine goes like completely blank on one side. So
yeah, you need good lighting. I mean, I've got this as well. That helps. Wait there. Damn it.
No, you're good. You're good now. No, you got it. You got unplugged. So you're all good. We can hear you again.
Not better?
Yeah, no, you're great. You're grand.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm back. I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
For some strange
reason. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll figure it out. I think it's because I need to do that. Speak.
Yes.
No, I can't hear you.
I can hear you. You probably unplugged your headphones.
Damn it. Speak.
Yes, I can hear you. You just moved everything around. And...
let's just do this anyway. So anyway,
I can hear you. I can hear you. No problem. Yep.
Big light.
Yep.
That allows me to have a green screen. That's what I was basically wanting to show everyone.
Yep.
I don't know why that's decided to.
I can hear you just fine. You're good.
Speaker and mic. That's a bit weird.
Did you plug your headphone in the wrong thing? Now I can't hear anything. Speak.
I still can't hear you.
I can hear you.
I know. I don't know what I've done. I don't know why it's not working. It's a bit weird. It's all plugged in correctly. What a way to end the show. So that's the mic. What about now?
I can hear you. You can hear you. You can't hear me.
No, it doesn't want to work. Anyway, that's the end of the show anyway. We got our scores in. Everyone else can probably hear Dan, but I can't. Hope you all have a great weekend. How are the lads? We're going to win 2-0. And I'm going to see if I can fix this speaker.